if the judge who released him on his most recent bond, what goes through their mind after the fact when something like this happens, and you were the last judge to see this guy and release him on bond. According to records, he had spent years in prison for robbing a convenience store. He was 16 then. And at that point, he also threatened to go after the jurors in that trial. He was tried for an adult for a robbery back in 2013 as a gas station robbery. Took a whopping $44, claims that he was all doped up and didn't even remember doing it. In 2020, he was at a hearing where he was denied parole. He said that, he was on Xanax the night of the robbery. He doesn't remember doing it. And he had a BB gun then. That's what he claims. He was convicted of aggravated robbery in 2014. He made threats to go after the jurors. This dude's, he's not a good guy. And so for a judge to allow him to be released on bond, to somehow look at this past record and think that this time he's not going to be a threat to society. I just wonder in the mind of these judges when something like this happens, what goes through their mind? Do they think, well, I got that one wrong? Did they have any afterthought about the decisions that they make?
Nope, because he got the skin to win. All right, you know what that means? All right, he looked like an Edomite. So he got the skin to win. If it was a Jake, his ass would have been thrown on the jail.
The judge is in the public about this guy.
Was that Danny Goodman?
Yeah. That's exactly who it was. Yeah.
He was also charged for things inside the prison where he was at. Attempted murder. I mean, listen, if this guy's acting like this in prison, what the hell makes you think he's going to behave when he's not in prison?
Great point.
He had, in December, recently been charged with attempted first-degree murder and contraband inside prison. He was arrested on meth, contraband, unlawful telecommunication devices, I guess a cell phone in the prison. This guy's a loser, man. He needs to be behind bars, and now I believe that they should, if he is found guilty, they will consider, I'm assuming, I would hope, capital punishment. He's currently out on bond for charges.
Right.
And has court dates, actually, for some of this stuff. So it's very interesting that someone let him out with that kind of past. And I just wonder, the judge who made the decision that, okay, we're going to go ahead and just let you out on a bond. Now, if that judge, if there's any regrets for decisions that they make, or if you're a judge and do you look at it primarily like, well, I got that one wrong. Yeah. I tried. I thought he was a good guy. Or I thought he would I thought he would, be different this time.
Can't win them all.
Nope, because he got the skin to win. Once again, he had the skin to win.
After 9 months of a 5-year sentence, who was wrapped up in the charges of the murder of young Dolph. And at that point, the judge did say, well, he came before me. He was, he behaved in prison. He convinced me that he was going to change his life. So I let him out early. And what did he do? All right, 6:57.
DQ presents The Sound of Happy. Hear that?
Yeah. So they're speaking about this guy down in somewhere in Tennessee. All right. He did truck it's a what's called truck quadruple homicide. Man, he killed 4 people. All right. He killed 4 people, and guess what? He's still on the loose. But what these people just got done talking about on the radio station is his history. Now, he got a criminal background, horrible history. Horrible history. All right? Within jail and within on the streets. He got a horrible history. But like I say, Okay, so before I get started, you know, I want to give all honor, all right, and glory and power to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakwadash. Want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostles, great millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, being a great example to Israel. All right, man, the elect. I want to say peace and blessings to the hopefully elect of the four corner. All right, pushing the truth and sincerity. All right, that great song that you brought in the bar. All right, just come with a little quick lesson, early morning stretch. You know, through the spirit power behind by Shema Shai. All right, known as a radio station, Edification. All right, to give those that have ears to hear and eyes to see. All right, which is the protection, a hedge, a covering. All right, going into a shield. All right, because this was going to be needed. All right, to be able to quench the fiery darts of the wicked. All right, and his plots and schemes and his scandals. All right, to get those that fall into the trap. But us receiving the knowledge, wisdom, hearkening to the voice of the Lord, which through the prophets, we're going to be able to overcome that. All right, by the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, we continue to see these things fall in place as the Lord have said this is going to happen. All right, now we're going to jump back into what's going on, all right, with this guy, with this quadruple homicide. He done killed 4 people. But when you look at him, his appearance as the appearance of an Edomite, as a so-called white man. All right, 144, Kaba Shema Shai. That's his appearance as a so-called white man. And they were going and checking his track record. He got a horrible track record. The average so-called black man or Latino man were able to have. They would not be on the streets. All right, with this type of background that this white man have, this Edomite have, he would not be able to be on the streets. So that's why I say he got the skin to win. All right, and what I mean by the skin to win, his appearance is as an Edomite. All right, but his actions is being shown, well, that's Esau, but it's being shown as something that a black man would do. All right, being infiltrated, or how did you call it, racial profiling. You know, that's what it will come about because of his crime and the thing that he do, especially with this murder. He killed 4 people, and they still haven't found him yet. You see? So I got a precept because the radio station, they were like, he should be locked up. He should never got out. He got a aggravated assault with a deadly weapon inside the prison system, and they still let him out. He got caught with contraband. He got caught with a knife. He got caught with a lot of stuff, but they still let him out. But if there was a so-called black man, that nigga still be in segregation, in the hole to this day. But like I say, he got the skin to win. And I'm going to prove that with this precept. This is Isaiah 26:10. It says, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness. You see that? Let favor be shown to the wicked. And there was favor to him, man. All right? The Edomites look out for their kind. And guess what? He's still not learning righteousness because what? He been in prison 5 years. Got out. And look, he just killed 4 people. They said less than 6 months or less than 9 months. I know it's less than a year. From him doing 5 years, he got out and killed 4 more people, man. All right? Yet they what? They would not learn righteousness. When a person go to jail, it's called correction center. So a person go to jail, it's supposed to correct their actions. So when they get out, they will not do it again. You see? But like I said, let favor be shown to the wicked. Yet he will not learn righteousness. And in the land of righteousness, all right, which is going to the land of Israel, he will deal unjustly, but the land also represents Israel like it's a people, because Jerusalem is a people for the place. Because when the devil when it come down to passing judgment for you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, Spanish, guess what? It's unrighteous judgment. It's not righteous judgment. It's not a slap on the wrist as the East might get, you know, for a terrible crime that they commit. You know, Jake get 20 years, you know, off of one crack rock. And if Esau get caught, if Esau get caught with a crack rock, he get probation. That's unrighteous. All right, but that bring you to the mindset of favor is being shown to the wicked. Because who is the wicked? The Edomites. And that favor being shown to them because Jake and Esau do not get the same penalty for the same crime. So it says, in the land of uprightness, they would not deal. Will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh. Come on, man. Yep, terrible. All right, so that leads me to the precept in Psalm 73rd chapter. This is Psalm 73:1. It said, truly, the Most High Yahweh is a good to Israel. He is good to Israel. All right, because ultimately, when it all boiled down, all right, the kingdom of heaven is for who? Israel. Even though we had to go through all the hardships, all right, to make it, but the Lord promised still stand that he made with our forefather Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So the Lord is truly good to Israel, whether you can believe or accept it or not. All right, the Lord is good. And he said, even to such are of the clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps have well not slipped. For I was envy of the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. And that was like, you know, us coming to the truth. We was in the world. You know, we envied the oppressor. You know, we try to choose some of his ways. You know, Father, how to try to make it in the society. You know, try to make it and, you know, gain more access to money or try to live a better life. But it comes with the deception of how to go out the jurisdiction of the Lord, meaning to be outside the temple of the Most High. Because basically to make it to this world, make it in this society, you got to do the deeds of who? You got to do the deeds of Satan to really make it in this society. All right, whether it's joining a sorority, all right, becoming a Mason, you know what I'm saying, selling your soul out to you know, for the music or the movies, to be an actress or an actor. You see, you got to go on the way. You got to go to the left-hand side for that. Right? So it says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Because when you think about an average people that's dying every day, it's what? Mostly Jake. You know, Esau got the money. The average Edomites, they got the money to go to a certain health department or go to a certain doctor and get treated and got the funds to get treated, while Jake go on dialysis. Hey, why Jake go and get dialysis and a year later they die? You know, but Esau got the funds to actually get the right treatment, all right, and live longer. You know, that one Edomite, Jacob Rothschild, before he passed away, they say he had like 7 heart transplants. 7 heart transplants. That nigga was dying to live, but he was living to die. You see? And it says, there is no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Why? Because they got money, they got access. You see? It says they are not trouble. So like they are not in trouble as other men's, neither are they plagued like other men's. You see? Why? Because favor is being shown to the wicked, because this is their rulership. This is their kingdom. All right? So when it comes down to them going before the judge, they got the skin to win. We ain't got the skin to win, but they have the skin to win, because why? Their appearance is as the appearance of an Edomite. All right? So when they go before the judge, what happened? The judge give him a tap on the wrist. Gone. But when a nigga or a Latino or Native American Hispanic go between the judge, the gavel come down. 10 years, 15 years. And majority of the so-called black men, Latinos that's in prison or jail, for crimes that they did not commit. All right? How was the prison system built? They were built off false allegations. Niggas in jail right now because they had to fill them prison beds up. So they brought false charges on Jake to put him in their prison system. This is the cruelty. This is the unrighteous decrees of of this devil. You see that? So the scriptures is on point when it says they are not in trouble as other men. Cause you remember, you go back into the earliest, like the 40s and the 30s. You think about the mafia. You think about the Godfather movies. You think about Corleone. You go back into the gangsters. All right. They're the Irish. You think about those gangs. All right. They paid the police off. I still play Mafia. I still play the Godfather game. And when you do certain missions and the police roll up on you, they ask you, do you want to French? Do you want to pay them? Or you get arrested? That actually happened. The Edomites used to pay out the police, all right, to mind their business, to keep them from going to jail. You see that? That actually happened. But can a nigga do that? No. Can a spick do that? No. Can a wetback do that? No. Your ass going to jail. All right? And to this day, the Edomites still do the same thing, but now you have to what? You got to pay the lawyer. You got to, be able to talk to the judge. But guess what? That money, which is a defense, get them off. Jake don't have the money. You see? So what happened? Jake ass end up in what? In the shoe. It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are pledged like other men. Therefore, pride compasses them about as a chain, and violence cover them as a garment. And this dude that they talking about, all right, let me get his name. See, the man that killed 4 people, look at him. See, he got the skin to win. You see that? His appearance is as an Edomite. He killed 4 people. What's his name? His name is Austin Drummond. Austin Drummond. You see? Therefore, pride compass them about a chain, and violence cover them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than a heart can wish, man. And this is what we're dealing with these Edomites. All right? But know for sure, all right, that these devils, all right, is able to do all this. Why? Because this is their kingdom. Favors being shown to the wicked. So Lord willing, hey, y'all brothers to the Edify. I gotta take my son to school, and then take my ass to work. So Lord willing, y'all brothers to the Edify. Next time, Shalom, Abba Bob, Rock, and may the Lord team bless y'all morning. All right?